This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked! So you took that hot ass coat off.
Well, you know, I was styled for last week, but now it's been a whole week and I got a little hot.
I just got the same exact outfit on, but anyway.
I changed into a new outfit for the next episode. I've been inspired.
Anyway. How do you, sir?
No. What is on your mind? You know it's what I live for.
So I wanted to know, is having a preference in the type of person you like wrong?
Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
Absolutely. Anytime, sir. I'm so glad you asked. So I hate to reference other podcasts, but they're much bigger than us.
Okay.
So I was listening to Flagrant 2. Super dope podcast.
Okay.
So they brought on Fit and Fresh.
Okay.
And Fit and Fresh to me is kind of like biting Kevin Samuel style, but with a younger, a little bit more immature sense of talking to people.
Okay.
But anyway, so Flagrant 2, their cast of characters kind of gave them the smoke, for lack of better words. And I think Fit and Fresh have been getting a little bit of smoke for a minute. So apparently they made a joke. I don't know when it was. I don't really care. I listen to them in snippets. I don't watch their whole episodes.
Okay.
But apparently they say they don't date night riders. And riders, they don't date night riders, meaning they're not into dark-skinned women. And at least for the podcast that was hosting them, there's only, I think it's half and half. I think 2 of the guys are white, 2 of the guys are of color. And so the guys of color and the guys that weren't of color.
Of color.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I love the word
the
of
black
color.
dude and the Arabic dude, or Indian dude, excuse me.
Okay.
I listened to it. I just didn't want to go too deep into their podcast because we have a podcast. But anyway, and the whole cast for the most part was kind of like, that's kind of fucked up. Like you have darker skinned women on your show as well as other ethnicities, but specifically you don't date them, you're not interested in them, but then you're willing to exploit them to get views and earn income or revenue, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so I was, and it made me think, like, is it wrong to have a preference?
Okay, I'm 2 minds.
Okay.
Because, there's a part of me that's like, keep that flag flying.
Which flag?
The Confederate flag.
Okay.
So I know who you are.
Right, we've agreed. You're stupid, we ain't gonna be friends.
I need to know.
Yeah.
That eliminated that right quick. Like, I ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
I know we're not going to be besties.
No bueno. Yes, no thank you.
So I have that part of me where I'm like, but then there's the other part of me that's like, I just don't understand that. Like, to me, for example, let's say you wanted somebody that was funny.
Okay.
That made you laugh.
Yeah.
That doesn't require a skin color.
Right. Well, I mean a preference.
But do you know what I'm saying, though? Like, that's a preference. I want somebody that I can laugh with.
I do, too.
Do you know what I'm saying? But that you're not less funny or more funny based off the color of your skin.
Right. That's a personality trait.
I want someone that is, I don't know, into something similar as me. Right. Like maybe a type of music so we can like listen to music together.
Or the same type of movie.
That doesn't require a skin color.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's also one of those things where it's like, what is it about a female that has a darker skin tone?
What's such a turn-off?
Versus a lighter skin tone.
Exactly.
What exactly is the turnoff there? Right.
And for the record, one of the co-hosts of Fit and Fresh is dark skinned himself. I think he's Caribbean, or he's actually from the motherland, or quote unquote, whatever. I don't think he has an accent and everything. Okay. And the other guy is some type of Middle Eastern descent visually.
Okay.
I could have their ethnicities messed up, and if I do have them wrong, I do apologize. I'm not trying to crucify them. I'm just saying they're both not white guys. You know what I mean? So it's a little weird.
I think Motherland took care of that.
Yeah, they're both from the motherland. Neither one of them are Caucasian. But
they're of color.
Yes, they're of color. They're 2 menses of color. They're
not lack of color.
Yes.
Like my people.
Yeah, no melanin. But I guess I think it's a broader conversation that we can have
Okay.
So, and try to go with me.
Don't I always?
Absolutely. But no, I don't think there's something. I could be wrong. I don't necessarily think there's something wrong with a preference. I think there's something wrong with a preference. Okay, there's nothing wrong with a preference within itself. Like you said, if you want somebody who's funny, if you want somebody who's tall, it can be, I don't think there's a problem with it being physical features. But when you get to the point when you not discriminate, that's too, I think that's too harsh of a word. Yeah. But when you see somebody go, I don't like that, and you make fun of it, that's more than just, this is my preference, that is not. Yeah. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it.
I don't know if there's a right way to say any of it, but I guess part of it for me is I've never really understood, like, I don't have a, quote, skin color preference.
Right.
But from my time on the app,
right,
I had several people that would say, "What's your skin color preference?" Or some version of that sentence.
Could they see you before?
Yeah,
not before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm saying, like,
we weren't FaceTiming.
Well, I know. I mean,
they weren't in the DMs. Michael _ Skillet _ Chabelle.
I'm gonna blank all that shit out. Nah, check me out. I'm not available, but check me out. So I say,
allegedly. But and I would say I don't have a color preference.
Right. But you weren't saying stupid shit like, I don't see color, I would hope.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a
right. I said I see the whole rainbow.
Yes, I like the rainbow. That's
right. To me, I like some people jokingly say, I don't do Asians.
Right.
I don't know why, but whatever. That doesn't make any sense. That never made any sense to me.
Yeah.
Because to me, somebody being of Asian descent, so what?
Well, I guess what I'm kind of going towards is I get having a preference, but there's a difference between a preference and a dislike. Maybe that clarifies it.
Why would your preference be skin color?
I don't know.
I can only think of 2 reasons why your preference would be skin color. I only date my kind, which sounds awful.
It does.
And I don't date lower class people, which sounds just as bad.
Okay, well, I'll put it this way. I've kind of said my preference on here. I've touched on it. I do prefer a Spanish or a black woman. But that doesn't mean I hate
But everybody thinks you prefer white women.
I don't know why.
You do have that vibe.
Why?
I don't think it's a negative thing, though. I think it's just
I've been with 2 white girls in my whole life.
It's just a vibe.
What does that mean? I'm a proper?
I don't know. Like, I don't think I give off any vibe. But I don't know. Like, when I met you...
You assumed all white women.
I just assumed...
I was with the Caucasian women's...
Yeah. I just assumed they were white.
But I'm not into white women. I don't dislike white women, but there's the difference. I have a preference towards Hispanic and black women, but I don't dislike white women. I've been with white women.
But my thing is, why is it specifically white women that you're like, I'm all right without that?
Because I'm less attracted to white women.
Tell me why.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not trying to pander. Like, all jokes aside, I've seen some white men like, that bitch bad. But at the same time, I ain't trying to really walk around with no white girl on my arm. And
why?
A little bit of it is, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Hear what shit?
I ain't trying to have no black and Hispanic women talking shit to me. But I also am not personally attracted to white women the same way I'm attracted to black and Hispanic women. See what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I don't have anything against white women. Like, I don't see white women go, ugh. I go, that bitch bad.
But I don't want her.
No, I would fuck with a white girl. I'm not opposed to a white woman. Whereas I think those two...
Camera one, have you been listening to the conversation?
What do you mean?
You don't want a white woman.
No,
I
said I'm more attracted to black and Hispanic women.
That's where we got to. We didn't start there.
Oh, okay, my bad. Let me rephrase it.
Okay.
I apologize. I am more attracted to Hispanic and black women than I am white women. That's what I was trying to say. I probably said it all stupid.
But do you think that you are attracted to black women because you think you're supposed to be?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? That like,
yeah, some people
it's sort of the
can be
same side of the
programmed,
coin. Like, we can't say that white people can't say, I don't date black people because that's what their mom told them or their dad told them.
Well, you know, my parents ain't said that.
But we can't say, black people can say, I can't date white women because my mom told me not to.
No, because
you know what I'm saying?
It's hypocrisy if you do it that way. Yeah,
correct. It's hypocrisy either way.
I would be with a white woman. I'm just not as attracted to white women as I am of women of color.
But what is it about a woman of color?
They just... Lord. Excuse me. Lord, I got the HIV, huh? I got that vid. No, they're just fine, man. That was just,
But what is fine? What is fine about it?
I think they're a little bit, I think they're fuller. I like that good skin, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just, they got, you know what I'm saying, the women here. I hate to say women of color, but you know what I'm saying, just so people understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I think just fine, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's some badass white girls out there.
Okay.
But I will say this, me and my boys have joked, if I were to date or be with a white woman, I don't want no ghetto ass white girl. I want a traditionally white woman. I want her daddy to hate black people. I'm just being honest.
Why?
Because I don't want her to pretend. Be you.
Okay.
Don't walk around and dropping N-bombs and all. You
don't want her to be in money.
No. I'm just saying, I don't want that shit. You good? Keep going. All jokes aside, if I were to be with a white woman, I want her to be, she don't have to be Becky with the good hair. But I do want her to be herself. I don't want her to pretend.
You want her to be white?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna date a white woman, I want you to be white.
I want you to be stereotypically white. Yes. You want the truth? Yeah. Don't be ghetto and nigga this and you know I haven't said the N-word very much on this podcast since the
Are there white women that throw the N-bomb out?
Fuck yeah. And I hate that shit. It irritates my soul.
Mind.
Yes.
That blows my mind.
Yes. Don't do, and I get culturally they're from black culture. I ain't trying to date you.
Girl, Eminem. Girl.
He don't say the N-word.
Have several seeds. But he does, you know, the gang signs.
Rapper hands.
Yeah.
But again.
Which is, girl.
Yeah.
Have several seeds.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he is the greatest white rapper ever. So it is what it is.
That's opinion.
Greatest white rapper. I didn't say rapper.
That's opinion.
That's fine. But I don't think a preference is a bad thing. I think
he's always angry.
Oh yeah. He tried to kill his mama and all that shit.
If you can't show me
a wider spectrum
of emotions,
y'all are kind of mad. Y'all are angry people.
Whatever.
Which I haven't figured out. But anyway.
White straight men.
Yeah, really angry.
But straight men in general, we've mentioned this a few times.
We tend to be a little angrier.
There's either happy or angry.
Yeah,
or indifferent.
2. Yeah. Oh, 3
there's
now.
That,
yes,
there's
we
that
added a third
ground.
emotion. But no, all jokes aside, I don't think there's something wrong with having a preference. It is a little weird that a person's entire preference can be based on skin color.
Yours is, which I find to be interesting that you're talking about this when you have a skin color preference.
But there's a difference between a dislike and just a preference. I don't have a dislike for white women. I just prefer black and Hispanic women.
Here's the thing.
What's up?
You can say a prettier word.
No, I'm serious.
It's the same thing.
No, because I don't. No, there's a difference. Because those guys don't date dark skinned women. I'm not like, I won't date white women. I hate white women. They didn't say hate, so I'm not putting words in their mouth.
You are.
Whatever.
You just
what
did.
I'm basically saying is, I would date any ethnicity, but I do tend to be more attracted to black and Hispanic women. But that's not a dislike for the category of other.
Okay.
You don't agree, do you?
Not particularly. I'm fascinated by the idea that you have a group of people that you're like, no.
I didn't say no.
It's a no.
It's not a no.
It is a no.
I've been with white, not a bunch.
2.
Yes.
We won't say the total number, but...
Well, it's more than 2, but that's not everybody's business. I already tell too much of my business as
It's been mentioned. Episode 32-ish.
You don't know. He's not quick on it like that. A couple more of these I might tell him myself.
Well, but I'm interested in, I don't have a preference.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense to me. But you have one, and so I'm trying to get you to tell me more about it.
Maybe it's because that's what I know. Because not being funny, growing up, as a kid or just growing into my adulthood, I maybe had one white girlfriend, which I didn't have a problem with because I didn't see her as white. I just saw her as my girlfriend. Yeah. But I think it goes both ways, and I'm not putting the blame on women. I'm just saying a lot of my relationships have also come from reciprocated attraction.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think that's how relationships go, but
what I'm saying is if I holler at a white girl and she don't like me, then I can't be with a white girl anyway.
But when you hollered at Diane, it was just Diane.
Not Karen or Becky.
It was just Diane. Okay. Just because Diane was like, no, I'm good, thanks, though, doesn't mean that Jessica was the same way.
Right, but I hate to go to this. Anyway, when you start off around, you start off with more middle class, you tend to be around more of a mixed bag or mixed community.
Okay.
But then when you plummet into less fortunate, for myself, not for the world, for me, I was around Black and Hispanic people more. So when you have less of the...
This is only getting worse.
I don't care. If you have less Dianes around...
Well, you got D-Money. Diane is at the other high school. D-Money is at the lower class.
And she's not Caucasian. But you get what I'm saying? You're also not around it.
She's practicing her rap career with the girls.
But that's what I'm saying. I was
young
around...
budding raptress.
I was also around less white people in general as we declined the financial scale or ladder. So as a household...
See, that's funny to me because my experience was the
poverty
opposite.
is funny?
Well, my experience was the opposite.
Okay.
The poor people were white.
Well, I'm not from here.
What I'm saying is, my experience was D-Money at the poor school.
Okay.
Middle class was everybody else.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like my high school was the melting pot.
Okay.
So you had poor and wealthy and everybody in between. And you had D-Money and Diane and everybody in between.
School. Yeah, I got you.
But we were all there together.
Yeah. We trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, for me, I went to 3 high schools. So my first high school...
Episode 3.
Was it really?
I think it was episode 2 or 3.
It was early, yeah.
Yeah, it was early.
My very first high school was white, as you said, with the 2 H's.
White women.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Very white.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't really... The little bit of Black people that was there, we all hung together in this little circle like, please don't let these white people kill us. I'm just saying, we was very tight-knit and let's let these white people kill us. And then my second high school... Which was like my first high school was only from the first day to like the first progress report. So that don't really count. But then my second high school, I'm just saying for conversation's sake, my second high school was the rest of 9th and 10th grade. That was a very Black school or Black. We had Black in ESL program, English as I need ESL, English as a second language. So it's Black and Hispanic people. And then
I was about to say, that's where the Hispanic people came in.
And then my third high school was kind of in the middle. It was a blend. Okay.
But not white.
No, it was a blend as in it was probably 50-50. 50% white, 50% POC.
Okay, that sounds like my high school.
Yeah, but that was the second half of my 11th and 12th grade.
Which would have been like the real formative years.
I know, but I'm just saying in general. Also, I didn't grow up. Once we moved down from New York to the South, don't worry about what part of the South.
When did you live in New York?
We lived in Rochester.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that?
I thought it was D.C.
No, I was born in D.C. We moved in
You went to D.C. to find better friends. Got it. Right. That's correct.
Shade. Anyway, but no. So when we moved down from New York, Rochester, New York, not New York City, But yeah, I mean, you gotta think. Once we moved down, it was black people. We was in New York. It was you know my parents. The culture, not
Correct.
ethnicity. So that's why it was more white than black. Not because of racial preference. It was just. I'm trying not to TMI my parents' business. You know what I'm talking about, though. Do you know what I'm talking about? Really? Okay. So it was more white people of that culture than not. Correct. So anyway, we got down here, and then I really got around more black people. Because in New York, I was playing hockey, street hockey, and all that white people shit.
Yeah.
I mean, black people ain't playing no street hockey.
I mean,
my whole
not
team.
your black people.
Yes, my black people.
The ones that are in DC that are better. According to Michael underscore Skillet underscore Chabelle. The ones that were better, they're playing all kinds of sports.
I'm gonna start blocking all them smart ass people who got something to say. But nah. So I mean,
Buster.
More Amish?
Buster, yes.
See, we're going to my house next time.
They're out and about.
We're going to my house next time.
They're white.
Well, I ain't never seen a black Amish person.
I
Do
would
they
love
exist?
to. I would love to. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You ain't never seen one? No, they don't exist.
Well, because they're Dutch.
Black people?
Their ancestry is Dutch. Amish.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
No.
I was like, ain't no black people
not
in
motherland.
the Dutch.
Dutch is not the motherland.
No. I know what you is.
You're the one that said motherland.
Series of events is over. No, I'm just joking. But no, I still think though, having a preference, as long as it's not a dislike for the other, is not wrong. I think when it gets to a point where you have, let's take race out of it.
I'm fascinated by it.
Well,
because it makes no sense.
There's no way you have no preferences.
None.
So you don't care if they're short or tall.
Don't care.
You don't care if they're fat or small.
Don't care.
You don't care if they're black or whatever color of the spectrum.
Don't care. I genuinely don't care.
So there's nobody you see like, okay, if you held up two people and both of them were the same physical depth, if both of them were ripped, right?
Okay.
All jokes aside, two dudes ripped. One's black, one's white. You're not going to lean to one or the other.
No.
If you had to choose, which one would you pick?
Both.
That's a cop-out. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not saying you don't see color. I'm just saying you're still genuinely gonna mentally.
I think. Okay, let me think of two.
I'm not like trying to troll you or nothing.
LL Cool J.
Yeah, he's a handsome dude. Yeah,
The Rock.
But they're kind of the same complexion.
Thor.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Thank you.
They all ripped. Yeah,
they're all a similar.
Well, The Rock looks like a
kind of
that
body.
Motherfucker's huge.
Style.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I think they're all three equally attractive.
But if all three said, "Hey, Kirk," which one you gonna holler at?
I want all three.
You're greedy.
Do you know what I'm saying though? Like
I feel what you're saying. Yeah, you're greedy.
I don't lean. I'm not leaning in any.
Well, I'm not
direction.
trying to egg you on to like.
Do you know what I'm saying
the two
though?
Black
Like
guys or the white. I'm saying
the two black guys. The Rock is not black.
He's racially ambiguous.
No,
he's Samoan. He's black. Samoa's black.
He's an islander.
That's black. People don't want to admit it, but that's black.
That's not black.
It ain't white.
It's white.
It's black.
It's not black.
It's not white.
It's closer to Asian.
It's closer to black.
It's closer to Asian.
It's closer to black. Asian people tend to be smaller.
Well, but the culture is big.
Culturally, yes.
But if you think of Asian sumo,
I'm talking about genetically, not.
But Asian sumo, they're typically tall and bigger.
But genetically, they're closer to black than they are to anything else because they're black. I'm gonna do like you because they're black.
They're not. But what?
Ask him. He don't say he's white.
He says he's Samoan.
No, he also says he's black. If you visually seen his dad, he has an afro. He's black.
Well, I think The Rock specifically has a father who is not Samoan.
He's black.
His mother is Samoan.
Yes.
So
he's black.
He's mixed.
Black. If he get pulled over, he wasn't The Rock. He's black. He's Negro. They also would probably
Wouldn't you be a little afraid though?
Yeah, I just said they'd probably get scared.
I'd be a little afraid. But like, I mean, I'm trying to think of like the same sort of build. Chris Hemsworth, LL Cool J. Maybe The Rock was a bad example. But let's just say LL Cool J and Thor, Chris Hemsworth. They're of a similar build. They're both
big and ripped, yeah.
I think they're equally attractive.
But what I'm basically saying is, it's nothing wrong, because I know you didn't realize, so I know you're not saying, I don't see color.
Right.
I'm just saying, I know, because I hate when people say that shit. That's such
I don't
bullshit.
understand that.
Yeah. You know that person's black, white, Asian.
I know what
Native.
they mean.
Yeah.
They mean, I don't.
But that's not the right wording.
I don't separate by color.
But that's not the right wording. Mean. You do. Everybody separates by color. I'm clearly sitting across from a white guy. You're clearly sitting.
Not right now. I am light skinned.
That's as lighting isn't like Gabby's, which is immaculate, and I edited immaculately. But no, I'm saying I get what they're trying to say, but just say I'm not. If you want to just put it bluntly, I'm not racist. You don't have to say I don't see color. I know what ethnicity somebody is when I see them.
I think the problem is, you can't, as a white woman, you can't say, I'm not racist, I have a black friend.
That's too specific. Well, especially when they count how many they have.
Well, so you can't.
I have 4 black friends. You only got one, the one sitting across from me?
No, I'm talking about black friends. But usually, Diane, what was her name? Diane. Usually Diane has one black friend, and it's really not her friend. It's her coworker.
That they never see each other outside of work.
Right.
You're like, you're not friends. You're coworkers.
Right.
Like
it's usually that person.
Kirk be like, I do a podcast with my coworker, even though we hang out outside of work.
My mom does know your name now.
Oh, after a year?
She's horrible at names.
After a year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Have we met? I'm awful at names.
Me too. I'm going to start derailing. But no, so you do think that there's not something wrong, but you're not a fan of people having preferences.
It blows
I don't know if that's the right
mind.
word, but you know what I'm trying to ask.
I think because my type, if I had a type, it has nothing to do with skin color. Like, it has no basis in skin color whatsoever.
But preferences aren't.
And so it blows my mind when you're like...
But preferences aren't only tied to skin color. Preferences are also, in my mind, are also tied to height, weight, shape. Because you can be... All jokes aside, you can be 100 for me, a woman can be 150 pounds and be in shape, or she can be 150 pounds and be fat, depending on her build, her height, and
if
things.
She's 4'11".
I was trying, okay, you can be 170 pounds.
The women are turning on us. Michael.
That's fine. I'm trying to give an example of, you can.
How about 250 pounds?
Okay. Well, there ain't no in shape 250 pound woman.
Bodybuilder.
Who?
Bodybuilder.
Not 250 pounds. I'm 205. China? She was not no damn 260.
I didn't say 260.
What'd you say?
I said 250.
Heaven forbid 10 little
Well,
pounds.
I'm just saying 215. 215.
Yeah, but she got to be my height or muscular as hell. I'm 207.
What I'm saying is, China was in shape. I think
absolutely.
We'll just say
she's passed.
I don't know. We'll just say she's 2.
She passed
what? Oh my God. I thought you said passed.
Oh, no.
I was like, the bar?
No, she's a lawyer now. Lawyer China. No, she passed away. I can't remember what it was, and I'm not going to make jokes about her. But yeah, she passed away. Yeah.
Sorry. R.I.P.
No, you're good.
I loved China.
I did too. I used to die hard WWF.
But we'll just say she was 250 pounds. I don't know how much she actually weighed. Yeah. But we'll say 250.
Yeah. But the same.
You can be 215 pounds and be super muscular in shape. Or you can be 215 and pudgy.
That's what I'm saying. So, the joke we made out, not the joke, but the thing we said outside, I'll put it on me. I'm not going to put it on you. Like, there's a difference between saying I'm a chubby chaser because you love and admire bigger, fuller women versus I don't do night riders. And it's an insult. You see what I'm saying? So you can have a preference without shitting on the type of person you don't like. And I think them saying I don't do night riders is like shitting on dark-skinned women.
It's also not funny.
At all.
Like, chubby chasers.
It's kind of cute.
You're not chubby. And you're actively chasing chubby people.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you're a person that likes dark skin, you're the night rider.
Because you're trying to ride at night.
That's funny.
Yes. But when you insult...
But you're calling them night riders, which didn't make any sense. He had to explain it to me. That's the part that we didn't say. He had to explain to me what the hell Knight Rider was.
That's how bad the joke was.
I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
But that wasn't funny. I don't know. I guess preference is just like, I'm very tall.
Yeah.
In my mind, it would make sense for me to be with another tall person, just because then we're both tall. But I'm not seeking a tall person. But tall is not in my list.
But you got to remember, you're 6'3"?
Yeah.
being 6'3" is not common unless you're in the NBA.
Right.
You don't run across a 6'3" person every day. But you're also not shitting on short people saying, as bad as the joke is.
I'm a shorty chaser.
Yes. Or I'm a tall rider. But there's a difference between...
I am a tall rider.
Yes, because you're tall riding. But you get what I mean, though? Like, there's a difference between just saying what you like and insulting what you don't like. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, like I said, you can nice it up or
I'm not
shit it down.
Yeah.
But you're still, I want to know why.
There's not really anything in my brain that says...
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Oh, you're talking about in a broad
for
spectrum,
these two men, what is it about the night that you don't like? Mm-hmm. Why? It makes no sense to me. Like, to me, if Nighty, I don't know what.
Y'all need to watch the video because we're not actually making fun of dark.
We'll just say Nighty.
Yeah.
Somebody who's dark.
Yeah.
Jessica. What's the difference if Jessica's funny?
She has a great personality. She's attractive. Yes. What's the difference?
Jennifer is funny.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Jessica and Jennifer?
Besides complexion.
Why is that a difference?
That's what I'm saying. Like, for them to have a preference is fine because I understand that you don't have a preference and it is harder for you to grasp.
Because I'm word.
And I have preferences, quote unquote. I don't really have preferences, but if it's just based on visual, I do have preferences. But just because I have a preference doesn't mean I need to go out. And I'm not saying they went out of their way to insult what they don't like. Mm. But it seems as though if you have a preference, you don't have to shit on what you don't prefer. And it seems as though they will shit on what they don't prefer and exploit it. And I think that's fucked up. I'm not going to exploit some shit I don't like instead of just pedestalizing what I like. Call back. I'll just be an extra.
It's his one word he had.
Because you slept on it, he's like, that ain't no real word. I said, sir, it is.
It still doesn't sound like a real word.
It's a real word. We Googled it.
Well, going back to the apps for a second, one thing that blew my mind is on the apps, people are very specific. Like, no Asians, no black, that blows my mind.
To say
but
no.
Again, I'm like, hey, that shortens the list.
But to me, to specifically say, because even if I'm single, no kids, I'm living my best life. I wouldn't be walking around going, no white women, because I don't have a problem with white women. I just prefer black and Hispanic women. But what I'm saying is, what
about Asian women?
Oh, I think they're bad.
Because you've not mentioned them. They don't exist.
I thought they was an umbrella of women of color.
Not when you specified black and Hispanic.
Okay, let me be super broad. I like women who have natural born melanin. That's even worse. Whatever. I like women, period. No, I think Asian women are fine. I love that you thought this whole time you've been saying people of color and you haven't. I see that now. No, I like Asian women too because I had the biggest crush on Lucy Liu. I thought she was super fine. She's not aging well, but she's super fine. I mean,
poor Lucy.
But she's finer than a motherfucker.
But she's not aging well.
Well, here the last couple years. Like 3. She's also like damn near 60.
Shut up.
No, she's not. But
she's not.
She's still Asian. Well, when I discovered her, she finer than a motherfucker. She's not ugly now. She just look a little older. Then I'm not 50, so.
Yeah.
But I'm saying.
She's not either.
The fuck she ain't.
I don't.
Where your phone at? You know what? Where your phone at? I'm going to go get your phone.
We can't because
I'll take the risk today.
I'm not going to get it way over
I'm just playing. But no, I'm going to Google it after. This I will Google.
Okay.
Because I think she's in her 50s. Not that she's 59. I'm saying like 52.
Maybe.
But I've always thought she was fine. I don't have no problem with Asian women. I think that's
you know
but
what?
Asian
Actually,
women don't
she
like
might be in her 50s.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because Cameron, she was in
Charlie's Angels.
With Cameron Diaz, and Cameron, I believe, is in her late 40s.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she was older 50s. Than Cameron, and especially Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore,
I think she was the youngest.
I'm pretty sure Drew.
She was the youngest, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken,
maybe. But Drew definitely is in her late 40s.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Lucy Liu was the oldest.
Maybe. She might be.
Yeah, I thought she was always fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't got no problem with Asian women. I just have never ran into not one Asian woman has ever been attracted to me ever, at least that I know of.
They just hadn't hit you. Michael _skillet _.
Asian ladies, it's your boy Nosey. But no, I've never had. I think Asian women are attractive as well, but I've never dated an Asian woman.
Okay.
Even when I've tried to shoot my shot years ago. No, thank you.
But you don't know how to shoot your shot anyway.
I know, because I'm clumsy as fuck. Out loud and physically. I'm just saying.
But I think I would be interested in hearing from somebody. Like, I can't think of any reason to include skin color in a preference except for it to be, I don't want your race.
I'm not talking about the assholes that you're talking about on the app.
Well, what I'm saying is, what would be the reason?
Well, I would,
other than that,
hypothetically,
for skin color.
Hypothetically,
if you're not funny, you probably can't change that about yourself. Yeah. But if I'm like, you're not funny at all.
But that's based on personality.
But I've at least gotten to know you as a person enough to know you're not funny.
But my thing is,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but my thing is,
but to say a skin color, I don't know anything about you.
But hypothetically, if I made hypothetically, if I had a dating profile, I got on Hinge or whatever.
Really quickly, I think that's why the skin color doesn't seem like a preference, because it has nothing to do with the person. You're excluding, not you.
Oh, yeah.
But the person that's saying no blacks, no whites, no Asians, no whatever. You're excluding an entire population of people.
For no reason.
And you don't know anything about them. Right. Anything about them as an individual.
Yeah.
So when you're like, nah, to white women, I'm not like, let me fight for the white girls. But I'm like,
well, I'm
talking about an individual. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's why the skin color thing doesn't quite make sense as a preference, because you're not talking about a person, you're talking about a thing.
Well, for myself, I don't, again, I know we're just having, but I don't go and no white women. I'm just saying, there is some fear in my life, not deep fear because I haven't dated a bunch of white women, but it is a concern of like, will her family accept me? Will they be cool with this black dude? I'm not that I'm the darkest person in the world, but if I walk in, are these people like, what the fuck is this nigga doing in here? I know I'm weird, goofy, and silly, but I'm like being for real. Yeah. Like, it is a concern. Like,
but that's scary. That would shade a preference.
Yeah. It has influenced my preference.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but like, it's not against
it.
It
would be the same as if every member of my family was super racist, and I was like, no blacks, because I didn't want to deal with my family. I'm talking about if I enter into her family. What I'm saying is, Becky, Diane,
stupid,
D-Money,
yes, D-Money.
You know, if my family was extremely racist, I could see where someone might be like, I'm just not going to date a black person.
Because they don't want
the
repercussions.
Just avoid that whole thing.
Yeah.
I can understand that, but it's still like you're buying into the racism. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I think, like, when you say there is something in your mind where you're like, I am concerned about me meeting her family and their view of me.
That's just scary.
But that would shade a preference of, let me not even just deal with that.
But I'm not opposed to it.
But you never know. Diane's family, you may be the best boyfriend Diane's ever had, and they love you.
But it makes you think about it, though.
Right.
Like, you don't want to walk in.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, you walk in and nobody's met her and say, hypothetically, I meet a white woman in October.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go even further back. Let's say we meet in August.
Yeah.
We're having a great time. We've been on dates. We in love. Ooh, she's so sweet. And then we get to give or take the holidays. We get close to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to go extremes. We finna meet family.
Yeah.
My family ain't going to have no problem with no white woman.
Yeah.
But her family might have a problem with me. Yeah. And I'm not trying to walk into that shit and get embarrassed or be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to constantly be with somebody that I'm supposed to love and keep hitting barriers just because of what I look like that I didn't choose to look like. It ain't like I went into some chamber while I was being fertilized and was like, I think I'll be black. I think I'll be white or whatever ethnicity I choose.
Yeah.
So to go into a room, that is intimidating as fuck.
Yeah.
Not that I'm scared like somebody gonna kill me, but like it's intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever. Not as a black person, but I'm sure
I've been there as a white person.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure you've been in rooms and been like, this is intimidating. This is uncomfortable.
See, my problem is, I'm like, Whitey over here. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yes, you are seeing me correctly, Caucasian.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm an idiot.
You're not an idiot, but
you know what I'm saying, though.
silly,
like, I'm like, yes, your eyes are not playing tricks on you.
I'm Caucasian.
White.
Yes. The whitest of the whites. I have a slight tan.
I'm not going to throw up gang signs because I don't know how.
Right. It can be intimidating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that's part
I will not break out into verse of rap.
You've referenced a few, but fair enough. But it could be, for me, I definitely think it would be intimidating. Because even in like middle school, I was like, this is my girlfriend. I'm going to her house. And I'm like, these white people probably think, who the fuck is this coming to my house? Not that they call me the N-word, but just like, who is this?
I'm going to have to ask only.
What they thought about you?
I'm going to have to ask only.
Is that a concern of his? Or has been a concern? I mean, it might have been.
We've had Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That's true. Well, I got 2 bombs to drop.
I'm intrigued.
That's fair.
I'm going to have to ask him.
I think that maybe not directly had the conversation, but I'm sure they've had both conversations.
Yeah. I'm interested now.
And see, I sparked that. Uh-huh.
But he didn't
He may not
take me off the list.
I know that, but I'm saying he might have been worried. He's stupid. He's stupid as hell.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But so you think it is wrong to have a preference? Across the board,
skin
not
color.
Skin.
I think skin color. I think skin color specifically is a weird preference to have because there's no other reason but I'm afraid of what her family will think of me because of the color of my skin. I'm afraid of what my family will think of her because of the color of my skin or her skin. It seems the only thing that it could be about is rooted in racism.
Well, it sucks that it's that way.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other explanation for why I would prefer a skin color.
Well, let me ask you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to throw you a curveball.
But I also think, on that really quickly, sorry. I do think it's the same way, like, I know people that are like, I only date black people.
White people or?
White people.
Okay.
I only date black people. That blows my mind too, because I'm like.
See, mine is not an only.
But your preference, right.
Yeah.
I didn't mean.
Oh, yeah.
Oddly enough, I mean the same person that has sex with people and doesn't tell them, heavy.
Somebody need to fuck him up. But that's not him or her, whoever
Whatever.
he is. Yeah, none of my business.
But that blows my mind too. Like.
What you mean?
You only like this one skin color, and it's not yours.
And you give it out to my community. Just giving out, you get some HIV, you get some HIV, you get some HIV.
Ironically.
Somebody need to kick his ass or her ass, whoever you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about, but just.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that blows my mind too. Like, I only date this skin color.
Maybe he or she is racist.
That blows my mind.
He trying to get rid of us. No, I'm just I mean, he might be. I keep saying he. It's not a he, but I'm just saying in general.
Maybe. But you know what I'm saying? I think that's just as strange.
Yeah.
Like, when I was on the apps, there was my elimination of a person was completely based on our conversation.
Yeah, not what you look like.
Had nothing to do with what they look like.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What is the difference between having a preference in skin complexion versus height, or let me not use weight, but height? Because height is not something you choose, just like skin color is not what you choose. Nothing you choose.
I think height is a weird thing too. Okay. But I know that women in general are encouraged because of footwear to date someone taller so that they can wear the footwear they want to wear.
6-inch heels. You got to think hypothetically, if I'm 5'11", 6 foot ish. If I date a woman, married to a woman that's 5'8", she puts on 6 inches. She's 4 inches taller than me. No, 2 inches taller than me. Excuse me. See what I'm saying?
Math.
I know it sucks. versus somebody, a woman.
I didn't know the answer either.
No, you good. I had to think. I was like, wait, 5'8" plus 6 is 6'2".
You were like, she's 4 inches taller than me. I was like, yes.
I had to fix it. But no, versus if I date or marry a woman that's 5 feet tall and she puts on 6-inch heels, she's still
Shorter than you.
Yeah, she's shorter than me. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of get the aesthetics of it. But for you personally, what's the difference then? Because it's still not a choice. You don't choose to be tall or short.
I think I would be 7 feet tall. Too.
For women or people, weird. Period?
People. I think that's weird.
Okay.
You're eliminating people not based on them as a person, but something that they have no control over.
Absolutely.
Now, I will say, we do have control over our weight.
Yeah. That's why I was about to say it. I took it out. Yeah.
However, I will say...
Don't say medical conditions.
No.
Oh, okay.
What I was going to say was, when I first started losing weight, if somebody would have been like, I don't do fatties.
That's offensive as fuck.
Right. You're basing this off of something that you have no idea why I'm big.
It could be medical. It could be lifestyle.
Well, I'm not. My whole thing is, there's this thing on the Instagram. Mm-hmm. And it's some guy talking. I don't know who it is. Anyway, but a lot of people put it on their stories, like as the background sound.
Okay.
But it's you. If you go to the mirror and you pick up a tube of lipstick and you put lipstick on your lips, this is not what he says. I'm paraphrasing a lot. But if you put lipstick on your lips, you immediately see a different lip. You've taken lipstick and you look at your lips in the mirror, no lipstick, and then you put on lipstick, you look in the mirror again, your lips are different.
Okay.
You go to the gym one time, there's nothing different about you.
No, not the first day.
You go to the gym 2 days, there is nothing different about you. Only consistency over time, long periods of time, do you see anything different.
Bare minimum, we both go to the gym and I lift, you cut.
I'm not cutting.
No, I'm getting slimming, excuse me. You did it for getting smaller. That's what's up.
Well, so anyway, I'm going to have to do it again because I'm getting bigger. Whatever.
No, what I was going to add to it was, yes, the bare minimum, it takes a month to not even visually see something, but tape measure wise and weight, you will see a small change.
Teeny.
But you're not going to look like a superhero in a month.
Correct.
Which annoys the fuck out of me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean.
Well, but people, the thing is, though,
1 month, I look like a superhero. That's not real.
If I have on a gray shirt and I walk into my closet, take off the gray shirt and put on a green shirt, I have a different immediate shirt on.
Yeah. But that's
weight
not how,
doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
So all that to say, when you're talking about weight, you have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, gotcha.
My weight didn't tell you that I've been going to the gym for 2 years.
And
consistently.
Yeah.
My weight doesn't tell you that I've been watching what I eat consistently for 2 years.
You're meeting me today.
You're seeing me today, day one.
Yeah. You have no idea what I've been doing.
You have no idea where I've been.
What if I was 500 pounds and you see me at 300 pounds?
Right.
I still work to get them 200 pounds off.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, only met me as I was getting bigger.
Okay.
Ghosty met me at my smallest.
Yeah.
I had to show them both a picture of me.
I was fat.
When I was quite large.
Yeah.
But that picture is 2 years old.
But you still worked it off.
What I'm saying is, if you met me 2 years ago,
before you burned it all off,
you wouldn't get me today.
Right.
Because you would have said, you're fat and I don't do fat people.
Right. They would have gotten.
So you've missed out. Like, that's what I'm saying. I understand that some people are like, I go to the gym every day. I eat all these things. When I look at you and you're heavy, I know that you're not doing any of these things to the level that I'm doing them. Okay. Like if you're a muscular person, let's say you're a bodybuilder and you measure out every meal, you do all this stuff. Yeah. That person, even if they're on day one, they're not doing that same thing.
Right.
Give me 1 second.
I mean, even if they're on day 150.
But I can understand, logically, I can understand you're like, I do all this measuring. You're not doing any of that. Yeah. I'm going to annoy you and you're going to annoy me because you're not going to want to do this with me and I'm not going to want to do that with you.
I'm nitpicking because I've been doing it.
Right.
You may have been doing it for less.
So I can see where you might be like, if you're not doing this same thing, we're going to just annoy each other. I can see that level of that.
Because a lifestyle choice.
There's something else other than fat people disgust
Right, it's a lifestyle choice of hypothetically, I've dedicated myself for, say, 5 years, and you just started 6 months ago.
Right.
I don't want you, not to be mean, I don't want you to interrupt my cycle or my style.
Right.
And vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can understand that.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
But I can understand that.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's also this sort of weird, like, you don't know where I'm at.
You don't know where I started.
If you met me during the ghosty time,
right,
I was skinny.
Yeah.
I'm not skinny anymore.
But you're not fat.
I'm bigger. I'll tell you the weight off camera.
All right.
But
deal.
you know, I was under 200 and I'm now over 200.
Yeah, but you're also taller, so you have more to put it on.
What I'm saying is, I'm significantly over 200.
I'm over 200.
What I'm saying is
4 inches shorter than you.
What I'm saying is, you're not as over 200 as I am. I went to the doctor today, so I know the number.
Oh,
so anyway, my point being is, I'm fine with where I'm at because it's a journey. I'm not saying this as I'm devastated. Yeah. I'm back to where I started. Yeah. I'm not, and I'm not going to.
Right.
And even if I did,
lifestyle change though.
Whatever.
Yeah, but you've also changed your lifestyle, your eating habits, and all that.
True.
Yeah. Also, you're in the honeymoon phase, and you guys get to eat a little bit more and have more fun.
It's going to be a year.
I know. You excited?
That's so crazy.
Why is that crazy?
By the time this episode comes out.
2 weeks? Don't say your anniversary
February
on here.
1st.
Oh, damn, it will be.
February 1st.
It might be to the day.
No, not only. Sorry, only. Only is May 2nd.
Oh, okay. Then why the hell you put it on here?
February 1st. I'm not a smoker.
I thought you stopped on your... Oh, you took the medicine on your birthday.
Correct.
Because I was going to ask you.
Day after my birthday.
And then I was like, wait, I couldn't remember if you still smoked or you didn't. I'm trying to be with you.
But you know what I'm saying? Though?
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, I remember
1 year free smoking.
I remember telling macaroni and cheese. I remember him saying, "How long's it been?" And I'm like, 2 weeks.
At that time,
I vividly remember being like, "Oh, it's only been 2 weeks. Oh, it's only been 2 months.
It's been a year."
February 1st.
That's cool.
Will be a year. Yeah. So when this episode comes out,
it'll be past a year. Yeah,
it'll be
right around
a year.
There, yeah.
Is
Actually,
that not
it'll be
crazy?
past a year because February 1st will be, according to this episode. Don't worry about it. A couple days from now.
Anyway,
it's still a year. Yeah.
A year. Is that not crazy? It's been a year.
No desire? I'm not being funny.
Still none.
That's good.
I still have the last pack.
You ain't throwing it away?
I have the last pack that's still wrapped.
And then
I have the pack that
Throw all that shit away.
What I'm saying is, it's still in the freezer.
Still fresh. Want to smoke one with me?
No.
But hey, Buster. Hey, buddy. Started the shit.
But what I mean is, it's still there.
Yeah, that's
right
cool.
there in the freezer.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there too. I don't know if I will, but we'll see.
Well,
but
whenever you're ready. Here's the thing. When you're ready, you're ready. I think I was ready.
I've been ready, but I'd be forgetting to go.
Then you're not ready.
Go to the appointment.
Then you're not ready.
All right, fair enough.
Then you're not ready.
You know, I'm ready to get up out of here because I got to pee. How about that?
Okay, but to wrap it up, preferences. I think skin color. I think skin color is a weird preference to have because I can't think of any other reason other than rooted in racism that you would have.
Let me ask you this: on a broad scale, before we close, is having a preference in not specifically skin color, but preferences, period, when it comes to finding a mate, is that wrong? Oh shit, we're going for another hour.
I think it's weird to not get to know a person. Like, I can understand like red flags.
Okay.
Like if I say
red flags are like obvious.
Like if I'm like, tell me about what you do in a day. And you're like, I'm unemployed.
Well, you got to have
and I don't want to be employed.
But that's not a preference, that's a standard.
I don't want to be employed. I have no desire to be employed.
No, we don't need to be together.
To me, I'm going, I need to see you put energy into something. Doesn't have to be a job.
Right. But something.
But whatever energy you put into, for example, a job.
Right. A job. J-O-B.
You're going to put, and I'm talking about, you can be.
But you got to do something productive.
Like, we had that conversation at the fast food place that we went to.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
Yeah.
He shows up every week.
Every week.
We only go once a week.
Yeah.
But he shows up every week. He's not missed a day. He's still gainfully employed there.
Absolutely.
I'll take you.
And I was wrong to judge him.
Well,
and I apologize. No, because I checked his Instagram. I didn't check his I saw his Instagram post.
You're like, I stalked him.
No, I saw it on my feed. He's in manufacturing, which tells me he has that job. I don't know why, but he's doing it to pay off debt, buy a house, whatever. But I was wrong to judge him, and I apologize. Yeah.
Even if that was
Nobody
his
knows
only
who we're
job.
talking about, but
even if that was his only job.
Absolutely, yeah.
You show up every week. You're still
faithfully.
there.
Yeah.
If you show up for work, you'll show up for our relationship.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm looking at. Job is just an example.
I know, yeah.
But to me, that's a preference.
Yeah.
I want you to show up.
Be consistent. Yeah.
And I think that was what I learned from Ghosty.
Okay.
When Only says, I'm coming.
He's coming.
Yeah. When he says, I want to be here.
He's here.
Yeah. Ghosty, all talk and no action.
That's why F him.
But you know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about him no more.
I needed that.
Yeah.
But I needed that. I needed to see the two.
But that's what I told you.
So that I could appreciate truly how much I really do enjoy Only's company. And I enjoy the fact that I want to be there as much as he wants to be there.
Yeah. Y'all have mutual effort.
Yeah. Even if that changes in the future.
Today,
right now,
for this episode,
we both want to be there equally.
That's it. Okay. You want to close this out, sir?
Michael _Chappelle. Skillet _Chappelle. Let me tell you right now. I know we've rehashed this. We're gonna rehash from last week.
I'm done with you.
I've taken off my dressing gown for this episode.
Yes, sir.
Oh, do we have any DMs that we want to talk about?
No. No, we don't. All jokes aside.
So nobody is emailing us nosy with good intentions at gmail.com. Nobody is DMing us Instagram nosy with good intentions. Nobody is DMing us TikTok where the Michael's thirst trap is.
For TikTok, we don't really get messages. They just like the video or they don't.
Whatever. TikTok, nosy with good intentions, where Michael's thirst trap is. Trapped is.
You did it right. One.
Traptresses.
Stupid.
Anyway, nosy good on the good Twitter. Nobody's messaging us on any of these things. Where they're messaging us is Michael _Skillet _Chappelle on the Instagram. So you know what? Fuck it. Send us a message at Michael _Skillet _Chappelle.
There will be a day when it's not just coming.
Whatever.
Thank you for listening to our nonsense.
See you next time.